Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are done with the first week of the Inte research event, and we're going to move on very shortly to the second week, well, the first day of the second week of the event. But first, let's wrap up everything that we need to finish. We've got 100 sleep points coming in, which puts us at 7,719 total sleep points. And for our daily lottery, we're going to grab, let's see, what are we going to get? We're going to get a small dream cluster. Not bad. Also, the last chance bundles are now available. Where are they at? Is it the top or the bottom? It is the bottom one. So the last chance bundles are now available. If you're interested in those, they are in the shop. And let's see. Let's jump into this sleep report, see how it goes, because that's going to determine how I'm going to handle things moving forward for this week. So hopefully things go well. And we don't have to try really hard this week, but we'll just have to wait and see. 9 hours, 48 minutes of sleep with, that's looking pretty balanced. 13% dozing, 45% snoozing, and 42% slumbering is looking pretty balanced to me. Still dozing though. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to get a very, very high drowsy power though. That's going to put us at like 150 something million, I think. 151, almost 0.5 million. So not bad. A lot of 2 stars. I mean, we'll just have to see. I did use that Inte incense last night. I briefly wrestled with actually not using it and using it tonight, since we have a smaller number of spawns that will show up. But honestly, I think we're still going to end up with 8 spawns tomorrow, so I don't think it would be any different. But for today, we've got 10 spawns. Hopefully no Inte in there, which means we did get the 2-star Inte. So we've got Delibird, Rattata, Psyduck, Banette, Gulpin, Flareon, another Banette, Butterfree, and Charmeleon. So the 2-star Inte is somewhere. The question is where? Not over here. Where are you, buddy? There you are. I'm just standing up. Meditative sleep. 42 mains just from that. That's nice. Very good. All right, meditative sleep. Now we're only missing the 3-star sleep style, but that is a long ways away. Probably not going to see that one for a very long time. All right, so who's hungry? Banette is hungry. Delibird's hungry. That went the right direction. Didn't go exactly the way we wanted. That is unfortunate. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. Game is running very choppy today. Okay, so priority is Inte for right now. We need 2 biscuits worth to take it home. New inventory has been added. Very good. That means the cheap biscuits are back. Let's just buy 1. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a big hit, and that's all we need. Oh, whoa, back up. Back up. Almost messed up and fed the wrong thing. Inte biscuit. A big hit would be very nice. Would be very, 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 very nice. Nope, no big hit. Unfortunate, but we can still take it home. We just have to use 1 more biscuit than what I wanted. And then hope that it was worth the investment, because if this thing turns out bad, it's going to be very sad. But it is ours to take home now. All right, well, Inte maximum friendship points has been captured. The one last thing I want to do, actually, hold on. What do I want to do with this bonus biscuit? First and foremost, let's see. Actually, I want to feed the Delibird the bonus biscuit. Getting a better Delibird would be very good. That would be very good. So we have an okay one. Didn't quite get the critical capture. I do have an okay Delibird, but it's not as good as I want it to be. And unfortunately, we still need another 7 points to take it home. I might. You know what? No, let's leave it as is. We'll see what happens next time. Next time it shows up, but we will feed the Banette one biscuit just to see. No critical capture. All right, and that's gonna do it. So we're just gonna go home with the Entei today. Which still doesn't tell me exactly how this week is gonna go. Because I need to figure out if the Entei is actually good and our hunt is over, or if the hunt continues. All right, a decent amount of candy. Not too bad. 106 mains today. 10,124 research XP converted to dream shards and 26,789 dream shards. So about 37,000 in total. There it is. There's the Entei. Level 28 in naive. Ooh. I don't remember naive. All the ingredients. That's all right. That's pretty good. I do like a variety of ingredients on skill specialists since they're not on the team to specifically bring in ingredients. It just helps to have a little bit of everything brought in, whether it's for filler or to help with a specific goal. Let's see. So we're not starting off a skill level up. Helping speed. Helping speed is good. Research XP bonus. That's more dream shards. Ingredient finder, not good. Ingredient finder, also not good. Skill level up M. Skill level up M is something we definitely want since Entei does not evolve. Naive. Main skill chance down is terrible. Yeah, that's really bad. This one is going to be rated super low. Way worse than the first one we got. So the hunt is not over. Yeah. Very, very low PR because of that naive skill chance or main skill chance down. It ruins what Entei is on the team for. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Let's see. Let's just at level 25. 1.378. 1.378 per day is actually not bad. I mean, we're getting 1.8 right now with the first Entei, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I think 1.8 is just the natural. I don't think that's affected by the event. And then 1.3 is actually not too far down the list. It's not the worst. I don't know. This one's usable, but I don't think it's as good as the other one. No. If this was the first one we caught, I could make it work, but it's not as good as the other one. So we're probably going to send that one to the professor. A total PR of 6. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Odds of catching a better one, 90% across the board. 90% plus. Yikes. Yeah, this one's going to live with the professor. Let's move on. Now we know what to do with this week. The hunt continues, and now we just need to wrap up last week. Part of that is grabbing the last mission for going to bed on time, getting those 15 diamonds, and then now we can jump into the weekly summary, get that out of the way. Pretty sure that one night where I was up till like 2 a.m. is going to ruin my S rating for this week, but it's all good. It all balances out in the end. See you later, Snorlax. Got to Master 15. Weekly summary for week 44. Master 16 actually is what I got to. 1.5 million. 1,514,692 was the final strength for week 44 at Master 16 on Greengrass Isle, with 603,067 coming from berries and 911,625 from cooking. And we didn't even make every meal. I think towards the end of the week, there were about 6 meals that I skipped, maybe 5, somewhere around there. I was correct though. Overall grade of A gives 4 small handy candies. That's nice. They do pile up. Definitely going to go back to green grass. We don't get any extra area bonus because I am at the cap currently of 60%. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's see how things go. Probably not going to roll as nice of a favored berries as last week because getting dragon was very nice. Desserts and drinks. Wow, this Snorlax is certainly surprising. This Snorlax looks bigger than the usual ones. Maybe Entei's activity in the area caused something. I skipped it too fast. This Snorlax ought to make your sleep research more effective right from the start of the week. It ought to. But we're definitely gonna have to change it up. Definitely gonna have to change. Hey, another 20 diamonds for going to bed on time. Nice. Okay, before we do anything, we need to change things up. There's no new news, but we need to re-roll, so we're gonna have to use some easy tickets. All right, what are we gonna get? We need the curries again. And honestly, I don't care too much. There we go, curries. I was gonna say, I don't care too much about the berries this time around, since we are starting at, what is it, Ultra 1? Ultra 4, even better, yeah. So getting to Master 9 will happen a lot quicker. So I'm not as worried about the berries. It would be nice, but with that boost, we don't need to worry about it too much. I did get a medal. What did I get? Number of bug types, 70 studied. 15 diamonds. I'm just getting a ton of diamonds today, and I will not complain about it. 337 total sleep styles studied. We need 3 more to hit the next reward rank for whenever they increase that, if they stick with the same interval of 50. But for our community reports, we've got 44 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nope, 15 that doubled up. 4 of them were Entei. Very good results. I like that. I do believe that when I was looking at Entei, the Entei we caught, I think we have over 100 candies already, so that's pretty good. We did only get 15 mains from our friends, all level 5s. The community report main return is not so hot lately. But all right, let's collect our resources. We've got plenty of corn. We did get to a point where I felt comfortable with the ginger, so I did go ahead. Ooh, our bag is maxed. I forgot about that. Okay, we'll come back to this then. We'll make breakfast first. Let's get breakfast out of the way. Inferno corn, keema curry, of course. Our good camp ticket is still technically active, but it will not be for very much longer. I think we've got like another 30 minutes left. So we can take advantage of that right now. Let's go ahead and just throw in these potatoes and mushrooms. It would be very nice if we got an extra tasty right here, but I don't think it's gonna work. But we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be a very nice dish. No extra tasty. 56,451. Very, very nice. I have an idea. We have so many herbs right now, and we're about to collect even more, that I think I'm going to swap out that herb Dragonair for Flareon. And then once our herbs get a bit low, swap that Dragonair back in for somebody else. Ultra 5. Because we do need Flareon on the team since we're not going to have a good camp ticket. Because I don't think it's really necessary this time around. And I want to save the diamonds and have a good camp ticket for Suicune. I know we've got some time before that happens, but I'd rather play it safe and make sure that we have the diamonds. A lot of corn. That's good. Get some Entei candy. There we go. There's a skill trigger. 6,569 because of that +3 to the main skill level on Typhlosion. That's going to help a lot this week. And then I really would like to get a skill trigger on Charizard right now so we can see what that's going to look like. Master 1 already. Easy to do when you start at Ultra 4. No skill trigger there. I wanted to see what it was going to look like with the extra 3 levels on the main skill. But maybe we can... you know what? Before I do this, before I see if Entei has a skill trigger, let me... You are the one that has the herbs, right? I should have done a long press to double check, but I believe it's you. Yes, it is you. We'll swap in Flareon. And that way we have 4 fire types on the team. It's not the maximum that we can get from the from Entei's skill. It's not the maximum bonus, but it will help. And if we do get a skill trigger here, we should get... We did get a skill trigger, so we're going to get 7 rolls. That seems kind of low. I don't know why that felt low. I thought it would be like 9. Or maybe 9 is the maximum. Maybe that's where I'm messing up. Bunch of corn. Those extra 2 rolls is going to help a lot with the corn production this week. Ginger and herbs are going to be brought in by Typhlosion. And between Typhlosion and Dragonair, we should be able to keep up with the herbs. We actually ended up with, I think, an extra 50 herbs at the end of the week over what we started with. So I really don't think the herbs are going to be super... I don't think the herbs are going to be a problem to where we need that Dragonair on the team all week. So I think we're going to be fine leaving it the way it is. We may have to swap the Dragonair in later if things get a bit dicey, but just gonna see how things go first. But for now, did get Snorlax to Ultra 5 already. Let's see, the weekly missions. Get Snorlax to Ultra 5 for 15 mains, get to Master 2 for 25 mains, Master 5 for 40 mains, use 100 candies for 50 mains, stick to your bedtime 3 times for 50 mains, and cook 12 times for another 50 mains. So that is about 240. No, that's 230 total mains from this week's missions. So a decent amount. And then we've already completed Grade 2 because we started above that anyway, and then Ultra 4. So there's another small dream cluster. The rest of these, give out 15 biscuits may or may not happen, but the rest of these should be pretty easy. Befriend 10 Pokemon may or may not happen as well, actually. But Dream Shards, with hitting the maximum level, I don't think Dream Shards are going to be as much of a concern anymore. Especially with how this research has gone these last few days. I probably have a bunch of Dream Shards already. Let's see. How many Dream Shards do I have? Let's just look at you. Level up. Yeah, 166,000 Dream Shards. And I was at like 20,000 at the start of the event. So this event has been very nice to me with Dream Shards. So can't really complain about that too much. So yeah, I'm not really super worried about getting the Dream Shards from the mission. Like they are nice, don't get me wrong, it will add up, but it's not a huge concern anymore, at least currently. Everything else is looking pretty decent. The one last thing that I want to do is to go check. Let's expand all and switch on over. We'll double check the team analysis and see how this is going to look with Flareon on the team now. There you are. So we are on green grass. We have, it's not Yachi berries. It is now these berries. And I think Durin is still the same. Either way, doesn't matter. It's not dragon berries, and this is the only non-fire type we have on the team. So the rest of it's not really that big a deal. You are now level 34. Actually, let me double check everybody else. I know you're 34. Inte is 27. Then Typhlosion is 31. Charizard is also 31. Just to be extremely accurate. All right. So now we've got 208,195. Oop, that is not 208,195. And the week ends on the 3rd at 4 a.m. So that's already correct. So as of right now, the prediction, let me try to move out of the way a little bit. You can see it like, where's it at? Right there. Master 15. You can just barely see it poking around the corner. Master 15 is still the current prediction, and that's without a good camp ticket. I've already turned the good camp ticket off in the settings. Still looking at Master 15, which is essentially what we did last week. 1,049,924. Yeah, I think we're gonna be just fine this week. I don't think we have to worry about a good camp ticket or really trying terribly hard. I'm still gonna make as many Kima Curries as possible, at least until we get to Master 9. Probably closer to Master 12. At that point, I might drop off because of how much drowsy power Inte does take just to spawn. You do want to have as much of an overabundance as possible to give him the room to spawn. But it's also looking like we might have to use the expensive. Well, no, we do have one cheap incense left, but unfortunately, these biscuits are going to be very expensive to buy. Getting a shiny Inte would just be like perfect scenario so that we only have to use one regular biscuit to catch it, but it's not looking good. That said, though, we could hold on. Let's see. It takes 5 biscuits to catch Inte at 120 each. That's 600 mains. So I was gonna say we could get the Inte to spawn today. Wouldn't have enough main. Well, that's not entirely true. Depending on how things go in the research tomorrow, we could have enough mains to buy all 5 biscuits. Odds are it will take more than 5 biscuits to catch it anyway. I really don't want to spend that many mains if we don't have to, but unfortunately, the Inte research did not go as well for me as it did on the Raikou research, where the second one I caught with 2 sub-skill seeds, or 3, I can't remember, ends up being an 85 PR and very good. So unfortunately, Inte is not cooperating on the same level. But we're just gonna have to wait and see how things go. I might use that Inte incense tonight. I'm kind of feeling like even if it does show up and we use it tonight, there's no guarantee we'll catch it, which is kind of a concern. Or I may just hold on to that Inte incense and see if we can get a natural one and use it towards the end of the week. Should have waited. I shouldn't have bought that Inte incense yet. I do plan to keep an Inte incense on me past the event and buy it anyway, but I should have waited and bought it later. But yeah, I think I am gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait and see how this week goes. See if we can get a natural one to spawn and go from there. But give it a couple days. I may change my mind. I may grow impatient. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of kind of the theme of this week is just wait and see what happens and react to what happens, not really have a 100% set plan other than just maximize strength as much as possible until we get to a point where we're comfortable. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for watching the video. Y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 2 here on the second week of the Inte research event, and we are going to start off quite strong with 16,182 sneaky snacking. Very nice. Everybody on the team putting in a little bit of work. We're going to grab one small dream cluster for going to bed on time and finishing out the stamp card. I still wish they would make the rewards random, like not truly random, but give us a pool of stuff so that each week is a different stamp card and give us more of a reason to actually complete the card. I do it because I'm lazy and I don't want to change my bedtime to reset every couple of days. I think it's like every 3 days if you want to optimize it, maybe every 2 days. I'm lazy and I'm not going to do that, so I just do it anyway. But it would be nice and more exciting if it was random. But we did get 100 sleep points, put us at 7,819 total. And for the daily lottery, gonna end up with a Poke Biscuit, which is good. I need those. I'm running dangerously low. I'm below 10 and I don't like it. Let's see. I think there was one of these bundles I did want to buy. And we do have enough. I forget which one it was. Was it this one? 4 biscuits, 30 mains. No, I think it was this one. 5 biscuits and 50 mains. The friend incense is nice, but not extremely nice. And I never did check until now. The medium last chance bundle is great biscuits and not Poke Biscuits. So this one's actually a lot better than we thought it was when we read that news. I'm sure everyone else has already figured this out by now. I just forgot about it and didn't think to look until now. Yeah, I don't know. I may, you know what? I'm going to hold off for a little bit. I may buy it later on today, but I do want to kind of see how the sleep research goes before I buy anything, because the mains have not been flowing in the way that I want. So I'm thinking maybe the 50 would be better, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report, see if we can solve the main problem and hopefully get some more. Session 304, we've got what is that, 9 hours 7 minutes of sleep. That's a lot of snoozing. 9% dozing, 50% snoozing, 41% slumbering. Watch that be balanced. Yep, balanced type sleep this time around. So we've got balanced, pseudo balanced, and we should have a decent amount of drowsy power. I think it's gonna be almost 30 million, over 30, almost 40. 37.2 million. Yeah, so this is why I went ahead and used that Inte incense on Sunday night, because I was pretty sure our first research was going to end up being a full 8 spawns anyway, so it wouldn't have helped, but it could help later on when the event is over. We could go to Taupe Hollow and keep our strength low and force an Inte spawn there with an Inte incense. I believe he spawned, yeah, Taupe Hollow. And use a friend incense and maybe have a better chance of getting a hungry Inte that way. It does mean that we probably won't have access to Inte biscuits, but a hungry Inte is a very good thing. But let's go ahead and wrap this one up. We aren't going to have a chance of Inte today, but we will starting tomorrow, because we're already like Master 5, I think. But for this one, we've got Chikorita, which is good. We do need one. Sudowoodo, Doduo, Meowth, Mareep, Pichu, Magneton, and Victory Bell. So hopefully that Chikorita is hungry. That would be the ideal scenario from this. Oh, game crashed. Anyway, like I was saying, let's hope that Chikorita ends up hungry, but nope, only the Pichu. And I've learned my lesson with trying to catch Pichu. They hate me, so I'm not even going to bother. Pichu has become my enemy because of this game. Chikorita is the only thing here that I even want to feed, honestly. A big hit would be nice. No dice. All right, well, looks like Not going to catch anything today. There's nothing here that I really want to spend Poke Biscuits on at the moment. I do want to save them because we don't know what's going to happen later on this week. We could get some really interesting hungry spawns or just something that I really need to have those biscuits for. So we're going to save them. We're not going to catch anything today. Have a little bit of self-control for once and move on. Let's, out of all of these, probably... you know what? Magnemite candy doesn't get sent out often enough, and with my newfound love of the extra pot space main skill, let's go ahead and send that out to try to help some other people get that with a Magnezone. Did get 47 mains today. It's a lot more than what I thought, considering there weren't. Yeah, there wasn't a single fire type that spawned, so quite a bit. In total, with the conversion and the dream shards we picked up, we've got just under 5,000, right around 5,000 actually. It's like 4950 or something like that, 4960 dream shards. Did the game crash again? Oh no, there we go. It wouldn't surprise me though. Another 660 sneaky snacking. No new news. But we do have community reports, so let's see, hopefully 47, 48 of them, 46, that's pretty good too. I see a couple already at doubled Entei with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them, and I think 6 or 7 of them were double Entei candy, so not bad at all. Well over 200 Entei candies, 33 mains today. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. All level 5s too. Good, good. All right. And now we can move on to breakfast. I need to make sure not to click on Flareon. We already have maybe 2 skill triggers just for breakfast. I might have goofed and not saved that one by accident. Typhlosion yesterday, I 5 skill triggers, 5 of them. And I think only 2 of them were below 4,000 strength. So it's a significant boost in strength just from Typhlosion. Master 7 though, there we go. I didn't realize we were that high in the ranks. I thought we were closer to Master 5, but that's me not paying attention, I guess. Bunch of berries. Let's grab that candy from you, which we do need to use some candy this week, so I've got to figure out who to use. Look at you doing the electric slide. There we go. Well, I suppose it's not electric because you're a fire type, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Let's see, skill trigger. There we go. With 4 fire types on the team times 8. That's what I am looking for. And hopefully with that Dragonair, that means a lot of corn. If half of them went corn, that's a significant boost to our corn production for the day, but we're gonna find out later because our bag is full. So let's go ahead and make some breakfast, clear out some space in this bag, and then we can finish up collecting and figure out what's going on. The Inferno Corn Keema Curry. Let's see, yep, 2 skill triggers. I goofed a little bit, but that's fine. That gives us some extra room to get rid of some of this excess. Corn's actually looking pretty good right now. It'll be even better if we get some more corn. I'm gonna do all this oil for the rest of it. Entei brings in quite a bit of oil, especially with his skill trigger. So definitely gonna do that. And honestly, after using this first Entei that we've got, because this is still the very first one, it's not bad. With a couple of sub-skill seeds just to really optimize it, it could be even better, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe it's not super necessary. Unless it guarantees 2 triggers a day, then, you know, the sub-skill seed investment could be worthwhile. But as it stands, this first one's not bad. It's been putting in decent work, at least 1 skill trigger a day. There's been a couple of days where I got 2 in one day. But overall, it's kind of making me second guess how much I want an Entei that is equivalent to the Raikou I have, and just count myself lucky that I got the Raikou I got, and then kind of be happy with the Entei. Although I do want a shiny Entei, so that's one of the reasons why I'm still hunting, because I want the shiny. But, you know, Master 10 already. it is what it is. So I don't know. It's kind of making me rethink my Inte hunting. Yeah, Master 10. Let's see if that's actually Master 10. So we're not actually Master 10. This is an interesting thing that happens. So it says we're Master 10 with 467,000 strength, but it takes 532,000 strength to actually be Master 10. So really we're at Master 9, not Master 10. And the only way that I could think this makes sense is maybe what's the berries in this box are going to put us to Master 10, but with only 20 something berries, there's no way we're getting to Master 10. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's just showing the wrong number for the rank, the wrong image and all that, but that's the second time it's happened during the Inte event. A couple of them went corn. 12, so 3 out of the 8 went corn. That's not bad. That's a significant amount of corn production for Dragonair. Typhlosion, bunch of herbs and ginger, and Charizard. What about you? Nice. 10 more sausage. All right. Moment of truth. Are we gonna get what we need for lunch? Nice. We did. 27 more ingredients. A bunch of berries, milk, and cocoa. Very good. Cool. All right, so let's go back. And let's see. So the missions we've cleared now, we're Master 2 for 25 mains. Master 5 for another 40 mains. And then still need to go to bed on time, cook 12 times, and use 100 candies for more mains. So looking pretty good. Those will be done in just a few days. Got to Master 3, so we get a Chikorita incense. And then the rest will be done in time. So we're looking good on the missions this week. No worries there. Now for the big moment of truth. How many mains do we have in total? 649 is actually a pretty good amount. That means that I can buy all the biscuits I would need to catch an Inte if they show up. But I'm not going to buy them now. I'm going to hold off towards the end of the week. I think I'm going to do like I did with the Raikou event. Wait until probably Sunday. Maybe even Monday morning, because the event, the exchange shop does last a couple of days beyond the event. I think until Thursday, maybe Wednesday might be the last day for the event exchange of next week. So I'll probably wait until the event is officially over, just in case we need to buy some biscuits or something. I don't want to buy something like the main skill seed now and then not have the mains to buy biscuits or whatever I may need later on. So we're still going to hold off, not buy them just yet, but we do have enough to buy pretty much whatever we need should the occasion arise. If we get lucky and a shiny Inte shows up, then we don't have to buy any biscuits. We can just throw a regular Poke Biscuit and be done with it. But yeah, we're actually in a really good spot. Unfortunately, nothing interesting really spawned today, nothing to catch, so didn't get to go through any new Pokemon, but the team is looking really good. And one last thing I do want to check is the pantry, make sure that we're still good on our ingredient supplies. Yeah. Ginger is getting a little concerning. May need to swap that Pupitar back out, or back in, I mean, but I'm gonna see how Typhlosion does today and then swap in Pupitar if need be towards the end of the day. Maybe even wait until tomorrow. But Ginger is the only thing that's really concerning at the moment. The rest is looking really good. We need to use up some of these extra fiery herbs. I may try to get a couple of extra pot space triggers for lunch and dinner just to use up some of those herbs. Because we have more than we really need. Not too much more, but we could stand to get rid of an extra 20 or 30 of them just to clear up a little bit of room. But all in all, things are looking pretty good. So, happy with the way things are going. We are Master 9, so officially Inte could spawn naturally tomorrow. Yeah, not sure if I'm going to use that incense just yet or if I want to wait and see if we get a natural one, but I don't know. I'll figure that out tonight, and that'll just be a surprise for tomorrow. But that said, couple of housekeeping things. Some of you may have noticed that I did change a couple of things on the channel. There's also a poll in the community tab of this channel. I have a question about some other Pokemon content that isn't Pokemon Sleep related, trying to figure out if you guys would like to see that on this channel, or should I start a separate channel for other Pokemon content. If you want to weigh in on that, go to the community tab of this channel, simply click on my name next to my profile icon below this video, and then navigate to the community tab. There will be a poll there, and you can answer whether you want to see that other Pokemon content on this channel or another. Also, I have started another channel. I will have the link in the description below that is all for the live streams. That way I can separate the Pokemon content, whether that's all Pokemon content or just the sleep, from my live streams. So that one is going to be, that one I've switched the name to Lambo 321 for that other channel. If you are interested in those live streams and you want to come hang out with me and some of the other folks in chat whenever we hang out and have some live streams, I do all kinds of stuff, currently running through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth still, but doing the hard mode run. So that's a fun challenge. If you're interested in that and you want to come hang out, be sure to go to that channel and subscribe to that channel as well. And yeah, that is pretty much all of the housekeeping. Things are going well, but I'm really interested, especially to know what you guys want for the other Pokemon content. So please, I need as many people as possible to go answer that. I really want to make sure that I do what you guys want to do. But if you would go answer that poll, and that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching the video. Y'all have a wonderful day, a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day, what even is today? Day 3 of the second week of the Entei research event. I completely forgot what was going on today. Not getting 100 sleep points, that's fun. We are going to start off with 17,427 sneaky snacking, 5 apples for going to bed on time. And let's see why exactly I didn't get 100 sleep points. 97. I did wake up a little earlier today than expected, but I still thought I got 8.5 hours of sleep. 7,916 is the grand total. And for the daily lottery, we're looking at 1 Poke Biscuit. Very nice. Will not complain about that. Our stock is running very low, uncomfortably low on the Poke Biscuit stock. So I'm happy for that. Let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see exactly what happened and why I didn't get a full sleep. Session 305. 8 hours, 17 minutes. Okay, that's why. That's weird. Okay, anyway, dozing, 11%, 58% snoozing, and 31% slumbering. Cool, let's move on. That does mean snoozing type, which is perfect for what we're trying to do. The more fire types that show up, the better. Even though it is pseudo balanced, it will skew towards that snoozing type as always. So that'll be nice. 3 stars. I'm gonna go 4. There we go. There's a top belly with a bunch of 1 and 2 stars. Entei is on the board. I did use an incense last night, but not the Entei incense. It was a different incense that I have a bunch of. And woo, that's new. Cool. Yeah, it was a different incense that I had a bunch of, and I figured, you know what? Every extra spawn just helps with the amount of mains we get. And it looks like we only got what? Oh, okay, 7. So we got Chikorita, Growlithe, Rattata, Charmander, Totodile, Flareon, Vulpix. Quite a few that I actually would like to catch. So that's kind of a good thing. Then we have this a top belly Bayleaf. Worth quite a bit of dream shards. Is this the first Bayleaf? It is. Very interesting to get the 4-star for the first one. The buds that ring Bayleaf's neck give off a spicy aroma that perks people up. Maybe the Pokemon sleeping around Bayleaf feel invigorated too. All right, very good. Very, very good. Let's see. Ooh, buddy. Hello, that should be a lot of mains. Oh, only 10. I thought it would be more than that. I thought it'd be closer to 20. Maybe I was just being very optimistic, but still a decent amount of dream shards. It is only the 1 star. So maybe that's why. All right. So there's 2 Charizard sleep style. So that's good. We're looking good now. Who's hungry? Still no Entei, unfortunately. Flareon's hungry. We don't need a Flareon by any means. We have a very, very good Flareon. Unfortunately, Totodile is not hungry and Vulpix is not hungry, but Chikorita's hungry. Well, of course, I already fed Chikorita, so we're going to use that 1 biscuit because there's no point using a bonus biscuit here. And then for the other 2, I think I'm going to go for the Totodile as much as I want to get the Vulpix because it's new and I want a better one. We already have a solid fire team and Vulpix would be for the team that we're currently using. So I don't really see any reason to prioritize Vulpix over Totodile since we know Totodile is going to be useful when the Suicune event happens. So I think as late as it is in the Entei event, Totodile is actually the higher priority now. If this was like day 2 of week 1, then, you know, maybe catching the Vulpix would be more important. But since it's not, and since we have time before the Suicune event, you know what? No, I'm going to see if I can catch it. I want to take this Totodile home. Okay, cool. We can take it home. That's good. The Vulpix would be nice, but just with it already being Wednesday, we already have a good Typhlosion. Just doesn't really seem like there's much need to hurry up and catch one anymore. As far as the candy we're going to send out, I think I am going to still send out the Vulpix candy since it is new. Try to help people stock up on it. 65 mains gained today. Very good. That's very good. 2,888 research XP to Dream Shards and 6,336 Dream Shards for a total of a little over 9,000, about 9,200 and some change. So not a bad return. Hitting level 55 has definitely changed things quite substantially. A level 15 in Jolly on this first Chikorita with Cocoa, Honey, Cocoa. Not the biggest thing to worry about, but Research XP bonus to start with. Not quite what we want to see, but not the worst. Inventory up S, also not necessary. Doubling up with M is very not necessary. Skill Trigger S is not good. Helping Speed S, also not good. And Jolly Nature. Jolly Nature is not bad for a berry specialist, but not the best. But still not bad. It's a nature that I can get behind, but apparently, for some reason, the calculator thinks this Chikorita is super bad. I don't think it's that bad. Well, maybe it is. There's no sub-skills that actually help the berry finding, so maybe it is worse than I'm giving it credit for, but I don't think this one's that bad. I think the nature helps. There's no ingredient finder ups, but there's also nothing that really helps it between level 1 and 60. So unfortunately, this will be going to the professor. So we can go ahead and move on. That was an easy one to decide. We do have a pretty decent Meganium already, so it would have to be really good. And essentially it needs berry finding for me to keep it. And Totodile is almost in the same boat, but not quite. I still don't have what I would call a decent Totodile. So if this one's somewhat okay, then it might actually be worthwhile if it's above, I think, 60 PR. Dream Shard bonus, Helping Speed S is a good start. Inventory up, Ingredient Finder, same thing. Just not giving me the best stuff. And Calm, the worst. You know what? I can already tell this is going to be bad. We're just going to rate it for the funsies, but I can tell you right now, this is going to the professor. Both Totodile and Chikorita are going to be about the same PR if I had to guess. Which is funny. I actually feel like the Chikorita was better. Like, just from my own estimation and my own intuition, the Chikorita felt a little bit better than the Totodile. But this Totodile seems really bad, especially with Calm Nature. And yet, for some reason, the calculator thinks the Totodile's better. But who knows? Either way, both going straight to the professor. And yeah, we can go ahead and move on. No point in dilly-dallying there. Another 791 research XP. I just barely missed breakfast. That sucks. I did wake up early, but didn't mean I had extra time. Some folks around here, particularly the doggers, decided that he does not want to feel good today, so kind of pushed my recording back a little bit. But we did get 42 reports with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Nope, only 12 that doubled up with 2 3 4 of them that were intake candy, so that's good. Very nice. Only 15 mains today. Ooh, that's not good. All level 5s too. All right, well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Only 15 mains. Nothing we can do about it. Okay, so since we missed breakfast, I do want to go ahead and collect from Flareon and try to get another skill trigger, which of course we have. I did already have one built up for breakfast from last night, but just to use a few extra ingredients since we did miss breakfast and don't get to use the ingredients for that, we will get another skill trigger. There we go. There's a good one. 4,000. I think actually yesterday was a really good day for skill triggers with Typhlosion and Entei specifically. I got 3 skill triggers from Entei, so definitely trying to put in some work to stay on the team. Let's see if we can start off with another one. There we go. All right, well, another skill trigger from Entei. So that's 4 from this Entei, just about in just about a 24-hour time period, slightly over, but that is just incredibly good RNG, incredibly good luck. That was incredibly bad luck. Not a single one of those rolls was corn. Yikes. Not good. But a lot of sausage from that, so that's good. All right, let's get into making this keema curry and let's see how this turns out. We've got a lot that we can throw in here, an extra 34 ingredients. So let's clear out a lot of this excess that we don't need to hold on to. And probably still need to throw in some extra stuff. Oh, forgot the apples. So only 3 more. And yeah, that'll do it. Cool. I don't know if we need any more sausage for the rest of the week. We're sitting at 200 currently, and probably about 175 after this meal. But 62,672 from this meal alone. This might be a level 55 meal by the time we end this week. So let's see how this pans out. That does put us at Master, what is that, 12? Yeah, Master 12. One more rank, which hopefully I'll be able to get by dinner. And that puts the 2-star Entei on the board, even though it's very unlikely to show up because of how much drowsy power it costs for a 2-star Entei. But it will be possible, just very, 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 very unlikely. Other than that, everything is looking pretty good and taken care of. I don't believe there's any more missions completed. No, not yet. And then for the weekly, no missions completed yet. If that Totodile had been good, that could have been a prime candidate for investing candies into, but unfortunately, yikes, that Totodile was bad. So yeah, still trying to figure out what I want to invest those candies in for the missions. Other than that, things are going really well. It's Wednesday, we're already Master 12, probably gonna be, I think we could be 13 by the end of the day. 100 and something thousand, maybe. Honestly, I'm at a point where I might actually take Charizard off the team and swap in Pupitar just to get a little bit of extra ginger to feel comfortable. In fact, I think that is what I'm going to do. We have a ton of sausage. I do want to keep Typhlosion on the team just to keep that high berry production. Since we have so much sausage built up, we don't really need to worry about it for a day. Where's Pupitar? There you are. I do think we're going to use an energy pillow though. 57. Yes, we are. I almost hit send a professor. Don't do that. Energy pillow. Perfect. 107%. That should help with our ginger stores. Hopefully after just one day, I can get enough to where we can swap him back out for the Charizard. And maybe even eventually, keep hoping that we're going to get a skill trigger very quickly with Flareon, but unlikely. Maybe eventually swap that, if we can get Corn to a decent spot, swap that Dragonair out for another fire type. That would be really good. I don't know who. Might just have to pick our best Vulpix maybe. Yeah, probably. Most likely is what that's probably what I'll do. Just pick the best Vulpix that we have, throw it on the team, maybe not even invest in it. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of how things are going. Things are going pretty well. One thing that is an interesting little quality of life change they added that I never really touched on in the videos. I've noticed it, but it's never come up. But I thought it would be fun to go and take a look. There is this Pokemon candy section now in your inventory. So if you didn't see how I got there, let me go ahead and back out. I should have just narrated it. So if you click on main menu, then click on bag, and then swipe over twice, you got your Pokemon candies, and this shows you how much you have for all of the Pokemon. The interesting thing you can do is you can sort by the number held, and you can see how much candy you have and which candies you have the most of. So the interesting thing that I thought would be fun is to let me know in the comments which candy you have the most of and how many you have. I'd like to see your top 3. So mine's Jigglypuff at 968, Pikachu at 864, and somehow Wobbuffet at 706. So go ahead and go to your candies, click on these sort contents by number held, and then flip the arrow to the right to whichever one puts the most to where the arrow is pointing down. And then let me know in the comments what your top 3 are, and if you're surprised by what you've got. The Pikachu doesn't surprise me. Jigglypuff, not a big surprise. The Wobbuffet was very surprising that that's my number 3. I was very, very shocked when I saw that I had that much Wobbuffet candy for some reason. But yeah, I just thought that'd be a little fun thing to do, just to kind of help pass the time in this final week of the Entei research, because things are going kind of slow. Not a whole lot's happening this week, mainly because I'm trying to see if I can get a natural Entei spawn, but I'm hoping towards the weekend things are going to pick up a little bit more, and hopefully we can find natural Entei and we don't have to use an incense for it, but I might have to. We do have 729 mains, which is very good, so plenty to buy whatever we need if one shows up. Just still holding on to the mains, not buying anything just yet. If I get to 1,000, I might go ahead and buy the main skill seed, because at that point I feel like I'd still be able to buy whatever I need if one shows up. But for now, still gonna hold on to them. I do have the incense in the bag already that I could use, just don't quite want to yet if I don't have to, because I do want to have an Entei incense when the event is over to hold on to, just like I have a Raikou incense for now. And I don't want to buy the expensive one if I don't have to. So I'm going to hold on to it for a little while. We'll see how things go. And if it gets to the weekend and things aren't looking good, then I might have to start using some, but I really don't want to if I don't have to. But that said, that's going to be it for me today. Again, if you missed yesterday's video, there is a poll in the community tab of my channel. Just click on my name, my channel name right below the video. Go over to the community tab, and there is a poll trying to figure out what you guys want me to do. There were a lot of responses so far, but I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to have their voice heard. So go to that community tab and vote in that poll on what you want to see as far as other Pokemon content on this channel or not, and let me know. That said, that is going to be it for me. Also, while you're there, in the description of this video, I did start a new channel just for live streams, so make sure to subscribe to that channel as well as this channel. Still only about 60% of people that watch this channel are subscribed. So you may think you are subscribed because YouTube's really good about telling you about my videos if you watch them, even if you're not subscribed. So double check and make sure you are subscribed. But that's going to be it. I've said that 4 or 5 times now, but for real, that's going to be it this time. Anyway, y'all have a good day, a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. I have had a very busy morning today, so things are going to be a little bit different. I'm honestly not even sure if this episode is even going to make it out on time, so if the video is late today, I apologize in advance, but hopefully I was able to get it out on time still. It's just kind of iffy, but yeah, I've had a very busy morning, so things are going to be a little bit different. I actually missed breakfast because of how busy this morning was. I tried to log in and get it, but it was right at 12 o'clock, so we're also not going to see the sneaky snacking that I would have had because I just cleared out really quickly trying to get breakfast. Unfortunately, it didn't make it, but we are going to at least be able to get lunch, and we are at Master 13 currently. Still not a Master 13 sleep research. Didn't quite make it there last night before I went to bed. I was trying, but I was just so far off that it wasn't going to happen. But I at least got 100 sleep points. At least I got the right amount of sleep. So we are going to get 100 sleep points today. Puts us at 8,016 total. So enough to buy 2 Master Biscuits if we wanted. Not sure what I'm going to use them on, to be honest. But our daily lottery is going to be a Poke Biscuit, which is nice. I feel like I have enough sleep points that I'm not sure if I want to keep stocking them up or if I want to go and look and see about buying some stuff just to stock up on some extra things that I may not normally have access to. But I need to go take a look at the shop and figure that out first. But let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. Things are a bit weird. I feel like I'm just all over the place already, and it's been almost 2 minutes, minute and a half, something like that. That's a lot of slumbering. 7% dozing, 28% snoozing, and 65% slumbering. Not bad. So it's definitely a slumbering sleep type, which does not bode well for us trying to get fire types, but maybe some of the pseudo-balanced sleeps will be fire types. A lot of 2 stars. All but one of them so far. That's a lot. All 2 stars, 1 1-star, and 1 a top belly. It's definitely one of the weirder ones I've seen. There is a fire type there. We at least got that. A top belly slowpoke as well. There's a Vulpix too. And we do need that. All right, so we've got a Bellsprout, Haunter, Marowak, Vulpix, Charmander, Slowpoke, Squirtle, and Magnezone. So no new sleep styles today. All right. Nobody's hungry? Ooh, that's bad. No one's hungry. And out of everything here, the Vulpix is probably top priority. We have a few good Charmanders. I would like a better one, but I think Vulpix takes priority at this point. Let's see. No lucky. Vulpix does take priority, but I don't know if I want to spend any biscuits. Like I was saying yesterday, we're so late into the event at this point that getting a Vulpix, even if I got a good one, it would have to be almost perfect for me to even think about investing in it and swapping it in immediately. So I don't know that I'm really super worried about getting a Vulpix right now, and as low as my biscuit stock is, I think I'm gonna wait and just try to get something else. Again, still gonna send out the Vulpix candy because it is still pretty new. Try to help people stock up. We did get 53 mains today, so that's actually pretty good. 2,758 research XP, which is converted to dream shards, and 5,891 dream shards on its own for roughly just about 8,600 dream shards today. pretty good return on a fairly lackluster sleep research, so can't complain too much. But let's see, there is no new news. There are community reports. 44 of them, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them that doubled up, 4 of them Entei. Seems like the Enteis are starting to dry up. Not a lot of people seeing them, it seems. But we did get another 21 mains from the community reports, all 5 stars. Very nice, very good. Ooh, hey, there we go. We got a level up and another level up, level 4 for 3 small ingredient tickets. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, now we can get into the meat and potatoes. Let's go ahead and I should have waited, but actually no, it'll work out. That means we can use some extra ingredients for lunch since we did miss breakfast. I did already have, I think 1, maybe 2 skill triggers. There we go. Speaking of skill triggers, Entei putting in a lot of good work for us. I feel like every morning we've had a skill trigger from Entei, so that's very good. But anyway, I did have 1 or 2 already built up for breakfast, so we either have 2 or 3 now for lunch. It looks like we might actually be in a good spot for ginger, but we can check here in just a minute. It is Thursday, so we don't need too much to finish out the week. Let's see, we'll have 49 after this, which is enough for 4 more. Yeah, I think with how this week is going, we're probably going to end up doing what we did last week, and not cooking as much because we get to a point where we don't really need to worry about it. So I'm kind of thinking once I hit Master 15, I might slow down on the cooking. But for now, let's go ahead and fill in the rest. Did only have 2 skill triggers for lunch, but that's fine. Perfectly fine. All right. Now, with any luck, this will go extra tasty to help make up for missing breakfast, but I don't think I can be that lucky. Nope, no dice. But still, 64,651. Long way to go to level 55. I almost said 15. But definitely thinking we're going to be there by the end of the week. And that won't put us to Master 14 just yet. Probably be a little under half. Well, actually almost exactly half. But that's good. That's a good spot to be. Did we get another skill trigger already? No. Oh, just the stuff I forgot to get from Entei's skill trigger. Nice. Oh, did I never click on you? I thought I did. Okay, well, never mind. We have a lot more ginger. Perfect. I could have sworn I collected from Pupitar, but I don't know. I don't know where my brain was. And honestly, getting all that extra ginger, that probably puts me exactly where I want to be. Yeah, back up to 71 with 12 per cook. That's almost 6. So that's almost 2 full days worth of the keema curry. So yeah, I think Pupitar has done its job and we can swap it back out for the Charizard. And we're probably in a very good place. I think at this point we're set for the rest of the week. The only thing I might do just to further boost Entei's main skill and get some extra strength is swap out Dragonair for one of the Vulpixes. I mean, I'd hoped that we'd have a better one by now, but it's just not working. With 76 corn, we've got we have enough for 5 and about 5.5 individual keema curries. So actually in a good place. The herbs are actually kind of looking a little rough right now, but that should be fixed now the Charizard's back on the team. Because those herbs, that's only good for 4 meals. And the sausage is good for 5. So yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I don't think we need to make any further changes to accommodate cooking. I think the only change I might make throughout the rest of the week is swapping out Dragonair for another fire berry specialist. So we're actually in a very good spot right now. That is not the button I meant to click on. I wanted to go check the missions. Since I did, okay, cool. Go to bed on time 3 times for 50 mains. Still got 100 mains left to collect, but we'll almost certainly do those. And then the rest for the normal weekly missions, nothing is complete. And that should put us at a little over 800, maybe 830 mains, 853 mains. So we're in a really good spot. We're in a very good spot. And unfortunately, I'm thinking I might just have to use some Entei incense. As much as I don't want to do so, I do want a better one. But I don't know. I think tomorrow might be the big deciding factor. What happens tomorrow and maybe even Saturday morning. And just kind of see if we find something. And if not, Sunday morning sleep research might be the one that we need to use the incense on. So using that on Saturday night. I don't know. I know things are not going well for a lot of people with Entei. Entei seems to dislike all of us from what I'm seeing in the comments. Not too many people have gotten a really good one, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we'll get something worthwhile. I really just want to get to about halfway through Master 15. That will give us enough drowsy power. It's not going to be as much as we realistically need, but it'll give us enough to finally start getting Entei to spawn. The second star anyway. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But to talk about what I asked you guys about in yesterday's video, I did read all of the comments, and it seems like everybody sees Wobbuffet and nobody invests in Wobbuffet, because Wobbuffet showed up on a lot of people's top 3 candies. So that was kind of interesting. It makes sense. I wouldn't have thought about it until I saw Wobbuffet in my top 3 and everybody else pointing out that Wobbuffet candies are in their top 3 as well. It makes sense. Nobody uses Wobbuffet. Its main skill isn't really super helpful at the moment. Most people probably don't have a good one because most people probably don't even try to catch one. So it's something we all see a lot as we're coming up in the early to mid ranks. So it makes sense, but it was just kind of an interesting little piece of trivia. Just, hey, everybody's got a lot of Wobbuffet candy, so maybe that means they'll try to buff Wobbuffet in the future and give us a reason to use Wobbuffet. That would actually be kind of nice. I really think they need to boost the Dream Shard Magnet main skill, or is it called Dream Shard Magnet? I forget exactly what it's called, but the main skill that gives you Dream Shards. I still feel like it needs to be buffed and give you more Dream Shards just to justify using it. But I think it will be very beneficial when we do get another double Dream Shard event that affects the main skills. So hopefully they buff Wobbuffet and we can actually use all that candy, because it sounds like we're all going to have a really good time if they do that. But again, that was just a little bit of fun trivia and something I was just very curious about, just to see if you guys had something similar, or if everybody had a very wild difference in what their top 3 candies were. I did notice Pikachu was in several people's top as well, which does make sense that it's up there because we do see that one a lot, but also kind of surprising because I figured most people would have invested in Pikachu by now. But I mean, it is what it is. Just kind of a little interesting data, little interesting tidbits for us to look at. For now, I'm just going to try to salvage what's left of today and try to get something good. I just unfortunately have a very, very busy day today, both morning, evening, night. So it's going to be an interesting day for me, but I'm going to get to it. I'm going to try to get this video out on time. Again, I apologize if it's not out on time. Hopefully it is. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 5 here on Greengrass Isle for the second week of the Entei research event. Let me go ahead and apologize now. I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound a bit off or I'm not as energetic as I normally am, or we have a device that's currently offline, that's why. Just not really feeling super hot today. So we're going to try our best to get through this if we can actually stay connected. That's twice now already. It's told me my device is offline. We did have some pretty bad storms roll through, so that might be causing some issues. But we're going to try to soldier on and see if we can get through this. We got 5 diamonds for going to bed on time. What else do we have? Our sneaky snacking did not pop up. Very weird. Okay. Well, we don't know how much sneaky snacking we got. But we did get 100 sleep points. That hasn't popped up yet either. Maybe we're having some serious network issues. Yeah, device is currently offline. Weird. Okay, let's try this again. Tried some stuff behind the scenes. Hopefully that fixes it. Still no sneaky snacking, so it's not a good sign. Okay, that popped up though, so maybe we're just not gonna get the sneaky snacking. That's fine. 100 sleep points puts us at 8,116. And for our daily lottery, we have 20 diamonds. Very good. Cannot complain about that. Actually, how many diamonds does that put us at? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Go back. 810. I've actually got a decent amount of diamonds. So that's good. That's kind of where I want to be. I'd like to be a little closer to 1,000, but 810 is actually pretty nice. I almost started collecting ingredients. I guess my brain is just fried. On top of not feeling great, I did not sleep very well last night because of the storms. So that's always fun. 9 hours, 52 minutes of sleep. I wonder how much of that was dozing because I was actually just up tossing and turning. 11%. Yeah, between that big chunk right there before 4 o'clock, that's when the storms were at its worst. So yeah, that one makes sense. 11% dozing, 63% snoozing, and 26% slumbering. And that does bode well for getting the snoozing type, which means hopefully we'll have some more fire types to help with the main collection that I have going on right now. I do not have as many as I want. And I want to get as many as possible stacked up. Thought we were just going to get a bunch of 3 stars and not a 4-star, but it finally showed up. But anyway, I do want to get a bunch of mains stacked up so that whenever we do get an Entei, we can take it home. Unfortunately, we only have 1 shot at an Entei today with that 1 star there. 106.2 million, a bunch of 2 stars, which does not bode well for a natural Entei spawn. A top-belly graveler, that's a weird one. It is a new one though, so that's good. That might be our 340. That might be what we needed. Nope, no Entei. And only 6 were sleep styles that we already had. We got the Houndour, Cyndaquil, nice, Wigglytuff, Vulpix, Charmander, Magnemite, this a top-belly graveler, and still a new one. All right, so a top-belly graveler, that one's done and out of the way. Now, all right, it's not out of the way. I'm getting way ahead of myself. That was the last one we needed though. So it is done and out of the way. We no longer have any new graveler sleep styles to find until they give us the 5 stars. But what else is this other new? Ooh, grounded Raichu, nice. Grounded tail sleep, nice. Was not expecting a Raichu. I guess I kind of forgot with the way that the island is decorated right now. I kind of forgot that this was Greengrass Isle and that anything and everything could spawn almost. But all right, who's hungry? Don't tell me it's the Vulpix. Or maybe, yeah, Vulpix actually would be nice if it was hungry. Of course it's not. Would have been nice. Ooh, okay. No, we're in a really good spot right now. So we'll use the bonus biscuit here. That was probably a bad idea. Probably should have used the bonus biscuit on the Houndour. Fed Vulpix 2 biscuits, fed Cyndaquil 1 biscuit. But Houndour is not Not necessarily a super high priority, just would be good to have a good one down the line. But you know what? It is hungry. Oh, oh, we already fed it. Never mind. This works out anyway. This actually works out perfectly. We use one less biscuit this way. I didn't realize I had already fed it. All right, well, that's a really good day. 3 Pokemon that we're taking home already. We have 2 really good Geodude line Pokemon, so I'm not really super worried about that Graveler at all. Not only do we have 2 really good ones, it's not best in its class anyway, so we're not in a rush to replace them. So I think we're just going to go with the 3 that we got and call it a day. Hopefully a really good day. Hopefully at least one of them turns out to be good. Again, still going to send out the Vulpix candy just for probably until the Entei event is over. And then after that, most people should have a decent amount of Vulpix candy. 62 mains to go along with our research in total, so that's not bad. And then we're going to have 4,228 research XP that's converted to Dream Shards and 10,108 Dream Shards on its own. So about 14,300 Dream Shards, something like that. Somewhere around there. But let's go ahead and check out this fresh new Vulpix, our fresh new, brand new friend. Level 15 and docile. With soybean, corn. It's actually not a bad mix. If this is a solid berry gatherer, I'm really happy with this ingredient mix too. So let's see. I'd take that back. I'd actually rather corn at 30 as well. Soybeans aren't super useful in anything at the moment, but maybe they will be eventually. We're gonna get skill level up S at rank 10 or level 10 at level 25, helping speed S. Then we get inventory up M, inventory up S. That's doubled up. We don't need that. Helping bonus at level 100 is not the worst capstone ability. It's actually pretty good. The docile nature though, I think is neutral. Yeah, neutral nature. So this one's okay. This one's not bad. This might be one of the better ones we've found so far, at least early on. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's about the same. Yeah, that double inventory up is not helpful. But inventory up M, level 50. Actually, you know what? Inventory up M is not the worst. We do want Vulpix to trigger its main skill fairly often. The more it does, the better it is for the team as a whole. So having more inventory space to allow for more triggers is actually a pretty good thing. Helping bonus at level 100, since we can't calculate for the total strength up to level 100, I know that helping bonus is gonna jump it up really high towards the end. This might be, even though it's only a PR 49 on the calculator, I think it's probably a lot higher than that once 75 and 100 are taken into account, especially 100. But also, it's not a berry finding Vulpix, so it's not really the one I want to invest in for the long term, but I think it is potentially better than the others, even though the calculator is showing it at a lower PR than the other two. I think they were 53 and 55, if I remember correctly, or maybe both 55. But either way, both around 55. Even though this one's PR 49, I think this one is possibly better than the others, but I really need to go and compare them. So I will save this one and we'll just see. We'll compare them and see which one's the better of the 3. So not super great, but we still have 2 more Pokemon to get through. Maybe one of them will be our shining star. We do have a Cyndaquil, which honestly, berry finding on any of these, another docile, level 13 and docile. Berry finding on any of these would be fantastic. We've got Ginger Herb Ginger. Not the worst, but not the best. And then we've got, for our sub skills, let's go ahead and clear the board. Skill level up M is not bad. Inventory up S, it's not bad either. It's not the greatest. Ingredient finder is awful though. We definitely don't want that. Inventory up M is doubling up. We don't need that. And helping speed S, yeah, this is not good. Docile nature is still neutral. But this one's not gonna be good. Definitely not gonna be worth investing in, really, that high. that high off a skill level up M. I mean, yeah, it does give extra strength because it's charge strength for the main skill, but it's not what we want to rely on. It is nice. PR 70. I don't, personally, this is not a PR 70. At level 50 with Ingredient Finder M should drop it down a little further in my opinion, but when you're looking at pure hard math and logic, not about opinions. It's about how the math stacks up. The math stacks up to this being a 70 PR Cyndaquil, but I don't actually think it's that good. Especially considering the Cyndaquil or the Typhlosion that we're using now is about the same PR. Without berry finding, I don't think it's worth investing in. So this is a decent one. If only it had berry finding instead of ingredient finder, I think it'd be worthwhile. Unfortunately, no berry finding, so that one is going to go to the professor. And then we also have a little Houndour. Maybe you'll be good, just don't be docile again. Timid, I don't know if timid's good. Level 14. We've got, an interesting mix, all three across the board. Not a bad mix of ingredients for a berry specialist. Let's see, helping bonus to start off with, already starting off fantastic. Helping bonus, sleep XP bonus, which is good for helping level up. Dream shard bonus, I mean, yeah, it'll help, but it's not the best. Inventory up S and skill trigger M. Interesting. This is a very utility berry specialist, Houndour, and then timid. Ooh, yeah, timid is way worse than I thought. Speed of help down. That's not good. I mean, that helping bonus is putting in a lot of work, though. I think because of the way the calculator looks at helping bonus, where it assumes that it's a 25% buff to the Pokemon directly, it doesn't really notice the speed of help down on the nature. But I think if it didn't have helping bonus, we would see this Houndour way down here in the 10s and 20s. Helping bonus is doing a lot of heavy lifting for this Houndour. Honestly, it's not a bad one. I do like helping bonus and sleep XP bonus together for a nice utility slot for when we have a week or two where we're just trying to level up some Pokemon and get, have a team of lower level Pokemon, so that helping bonus will help them, as well as sleep XP bonus helping them level up faster. I don't dislike this Houndour. I just don't think it's as good as the calculator showing it because of how it looks at helping bonus, but I am going to keep this one. I do like the ingredient mix, though. It's not a bad ingredient mix. And it's level 14. So yeah, we'll go ahead and save that one for now. Total PR of 69. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a nice Houndour. It's pretty nice. I'll hold on to it, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with it later. We may never use it, honestly, but I kind of like the subskills at 10 and 25. All right, so there's our sneaky snacking, 542. But before we get into breakfast, let's see. We do have new news. The sleep report for good sleep day number 10. Wow. So our average sleep duration was 1 minute and 23 seconds longer. I remember when it was almost 10 minutes longer on average. We slept 3 minutes longer on the main day of good sleep day. Let's see, the next good sleep day event, so has been announced, will be June 21st to June 23rd. So we've got, what is that? About 3 weeks away? Yep, 3 weeks exactly. And that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we will have the ×2 strength, or drowsy power for Saturday the 22nd. Cool. So that's pretty good. We've got that one. June 21st. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which means that... Actually, hold on. Suicune may be in the middle of the... or early on in the week. Let's see. Speculation, because this is me just trying to figure it out off the top of my head. I don't remember Exactly when it's going to be in July. It could be in the middle of the week, actually. I don't know. We'll avoid the speculation. We'll just go ahead and go with what we know. We know that June 21st is going to be the next good sleep day, and we'll figure out the July good sleep day later on. I did get a new medal. Number of times sleep tracking ended within 30 minutes of the previous day's end time, 160 for 15 diamonds. There we go. Speaking of wanting to get more diamonds. And for our community reports, we should have about 44. All right, 44 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Somebody got a Ryko. Very interesting. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 that doubled up. One of them an Entei and one of them a Ryko. Very nice. 24 mains. Looks like all level 5s. Yep. Very nice. Hey, there we go. We got a level up. Level 2. Small ingredient ticket. I will happily take that and use that at some point for hopefully a good reason and not panic. Okay, so I'm not going to click on Flareon just yet. We already have 2 pot increases from Flareon that I got last night before I went to bed. There's a skill trigger, 3,470. Not bad. Not bad. Entei will grab some candies. Dragonair. Nice. Skill trigger to start the day. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the best skill triggers at the beginning of the day. Only 4 corn, though. I need you to step it up, Dragonair. Ooh. After I just mentioned yesterday that we've had a skill trigger from Entei every morning, and then he lets me down the day after. See, this is why you don't praise your Pokemon. You praise them, and then they stop doing what they're supposed to do. And that's why that corn Dragonair stopped giving me as much corn as it did the first 2 weeks and when I was gushing over it. All right, let's get some breakfast going. We're going to throw in all of this milk. There's going to be probably some cocoa. Yep, there is some cocoa that we're going to throw in. All of it. And then a few tomatoes. That's going to be it. This would be a really good time to get an extra tasty. No dice. Would have been really good. An extra tasty would have been almost 130,000, but we got 64,537. And our lunch should put the Kima Curry at maximum strength or maximum level. Man, my brain is just fried today. Absolutely fried. All right, so that wasn't enough to put us at Master 15, Master 14, and about 4/5 of the way, roughly. Probably after these berries, right at 4/5. But let's see, skill trigger, nice. All right, so lunch is taken care of. We do not have to worry about lunch at all. Got lunch and all the ingredients for it because we have that extra oil from Entei. Yeah, everything else is in a pretty good spot. I think our pantry is looking pretty good. Yeah. Let me double check everything real fast. 14, so we have enough corn for 4 meals. Actually, herbs are getting kind of concerning. They're getting a little concerning. I might need to swap in that other Dragonair for the, you know what? We might swap out Charizard for that other Dragonair. We have a decent amount of sausage. There are 8 meals left in the week if we're going to cook everything. Or if we're going to cook every meal, I mean. There's 8 meals left in the week. Corn, we have enough for 4. Ginger, we have enough for 4. The ginger that Typhlosion will bring in will give us enough for 5. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap out the Charizard for Dragonair. For our herb Dragonair, we need to get some of those in here. Another 419 sneaky snacking. And let's see. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Now, where's my other buddy? Where's my other Dragonair? Too far. Hybrid 93. That's the one. All right. So now we should have a pretty solid team together. Still didn't finish a mission. I thought I would have. So I'll finish it when I make lunch here in a little bit. Also need to figure out what we're going to use our 100 candies on, or 262 candies, I should say. Still haven't decided what it's going to be. I keep hoping that we're going to catch something worth investing in, but everything we've caught this week has just been kind of okay. Not really been a good candidate for investment. So gonna have to figure that one out. For now, though, let's see, 939 mains. Almost to where I wanted to be before I bought that main skill seed. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna hold off on buying anything. There's not really much point in buying when I'm not quite ready for it. I could buy it and be perfectly fine, but most certainly would be perfectly fine if I bought it now, but I'd rather hold on to it just in case. We still have till the end of the event plus a couple extra days to buy everything anyway, so there's not really any rush to buy things right now. So yeah, a little bit of delayed gratification is not really a bad thing. So we're kind of at a good point where, yeah, we don't really have anything else to worry about. Other than, do I start to use the Entei incense? Because it's looking like one's not showing up. And we only have a couple days left. There's a total of 7 Entei incense, so we could get a few Entei to show up if we really wanted. So I'm thinking I don't know. I may or may not use the Entei incense tonight. Kind of want that bundle. Last chance bundle small is actually really good. That one's okay. I would prefer more biscuits over more biscuits and extra mains over the friend incense. Yeah, let's buy this one. I like this bundle. Cool. All right, so we've got 5 extra biscuits, 50 extra mains, almost at 1,000 now. And I think we're in a good place. So that's gonna do it for me today. Yeah, hopefully you didn't notice how sick I was too much. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you did enjoy it. Only about 60% of you guys that watch these videos are subscribed. So do me a favor, if you like them, smash that subscribe button. Y'all have a great day, a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 6 here on Greengrass Isle for the second week of the Entei research event, and we've only got 2 days left. So I'm hoping that we get some really interesting stuff to happen in these last couple of days, but starting off with 4,569 sneaky snacking is not very promising. So that's kind of concerning. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what we get. Only 99 sleep points. Uh-oh. It's probably going to make sense once we look at it here in a minute. I did stay up way later than I should have. 8,215 sleep points. Probably threw off my weekly summary as well. And for our daily lottery, 1 biscuit. Nice. We do need biscuits. We did buy some yesterday with that last chance small bundle, but I will never complain about getting more biscuits. More biscuits are always fun and nice. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see what we can find. I did go ahead and decide to use the Entei incense last night. I figured that since I went to bed late, yeah, very late, 1:42, I was probably going to have a very hard time getting Entei to show up. 5% dozing, 60% snoozing, and 35% slumbering. That's good. That means we get fire types. I figured I'd have a hard time getting Entei to show up naturally, so I might as well go ahead and use the incense. Plus, we only have a couple of days left anyway, so I figured it was now or never to start trying to get a good one. But we'll just see how things go today. 130, almost 132 million drowsy power, just shy, with 2 4-stars, so we know what that means, and 4 1-stars, as well as 1 2-star. So with the fact that we got 2 4-stars, I'm pretty sure we didn't get the 2-star Entei, because the 2-star Entei costs a lot. We did get a top belly though. Oh, we did get the 2-star. Huh. Well, that seems very unlikely given how much drowsy power you need for the 2-star Entei to show up. I think it's like 123 million, if I remember correctly, drowsy power. So I got 132, which means there was only 9 million for all the others. And yeah, Charizard and yeah, Bulbasaur Ditto as well. I felt like those would cost a lot. So maybe the incense ignores how much drowsy power you actually have and just gives you something that you could have spawned without actually taking it away from your drowsy power. I don't know. This is a new scenario for me. I haven't read up on any of this, so I'm not sure how the mechanics of that work. Just kind of surprised. Anyway, we got Entei, Toxicroak, Mareep, Charizard, Psyduck, the Bulbasaur Ditto, and Graveler, which I believe that means there's 2 more. Yes, 2 more new sleep styles, but the game crashed. It's gonna be one of those days. Anyway, like I was saying, we had 2 new sleep styles. One of them we know for sure is this a top belly Slackoth, so that's good. Is this the last one that I need? Let's see. No, still need the 3-star. Okay. And then what is the other one? Ooh, aw, that's cute. Dream Sprint Sleep. That's adorable. A lot of dream shards for that too. Dream Sprint Sleep. Just running in his sleep. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. And let's see. Yes, perfect. Perfect. That, and he's the only one. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Cool. So let's make this happen. Let's think this through logically. Haven't fed him at all. The best way to handle this is going to be the Entei biscuits. So we know for sure, probably going to need 3 of them. Let's go ahead and buy 3. No point in buying one at a time this go around. Probably should have only bought 1 though, just to see if that 1 did go ahead and go critical. Do not feed that biscuit. Almost goofed super hard. Probably should have just bought 1 for now, just to see if that 1 did go critical, and then if it didn't, then buy 2 more, but let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky. No, we didn't get lucky. I mean, we got lucky in the sense that it was hungry in the first place, but did not get the critical capture. I haven't got a critical capture in a while. So I was kind of hoping that maybe it was due for 1, but you know, it's that cope talking. All right, so now, best case scenario, go ahead and feed the 2 more Entei biscuits. Hope this one gets a big hit. No dice. And now we gotta hope that he doesn't get full. Perfect. All right, well, there we go. We're taking home an Entei today. Perfection. Perfection. All right, now, what else do we have around here that would be interesting? Because we do still have our bonus biscuit. So what else do we want to, you know what? I might just feed it to the Jolteon. Jolteon is, of course, my favorite evolution. So I might. We don't really get much from evolving it from an Eevee other than knowing what we're going to get sub-skill wise and that 1 level on the main skill trigger. So it's not the worst to catch a Jolteon, but I'll be happy with a Jolteon anyway, just because, like I said, it's my favorite evolution. I'm always happy to have a Jolteon on my team. But didn't catch it. No critical captures. That's fine. Definitely going to send out the Entei candy. And I'm glad that we got the 2-star because that means extra mains and extra candies. Let's see, how many candies do we get from the 2-star? 12. Nice. Very nice. And 99 mains to go along with it. So almost the cost of one of those biscuits right back. We got so many dream shards today. 11,580 research XP converted to dream shards, and then 29,795 dream shards. So essentially 41,300, somewhere around there, if I've done my math correctly. 41,000 at least for sure. So that is super nice. A double dream shard bonus right now would have been phenomenal. But anyway, we got a level 27 in Calm Entei, and I think Calm might be bad. Might be really, really bad. Let's go find out. All right, so we've got oil, double tomato. Then let's see. Inventory up. Inventory up's not bad. Sleep XP bonus is okay. We can still work with that if the rest is good. Skill trigger S. That's fantastic. We do want skill triggers on a skill specialist. Research XP bonus. Not the best. What's the last one? Ingredient finder. Ooh. So this one's not going to turn out super great. I mean, main skill chance up is nice. Helping speed would have really helped to counterbalance that speed of help down. But unfortunately, we do not have a helping speed. Anyway, where's Calm? Main skill chance up. Boom. There we go. All right, let's see if this turns out better. I have a feeling it's not going to turn out better than the one we have already. Or maybe it is. Maybe the nature is going to do more work than I expected. So far, so good. But I bet you with a sub-skill seed at level 50, if we were to get lucky and turn that to skill trigger M, this might actually be better. The only downside is we'd have to invest a lot of main skill seeds into this Entei, and I don't know that that is exactly worth it. We really, really, really need skill level up on these legendaries that do not evolve, just to have every little bit of help we can on the levels for the main skills. Because that is one of the biggest detriments of single stage evolution Pokemon. Let's see, let's look at these probabilities. I mean, the probabilities are fairly decent that we could catch a better one, which does make sense. I mean, this one is just kind of okay. We really want skill level up and helping speed. Those are the main ones. Skill trigger, helping speed, really skill level up. Skill trigger is probably the most important. Skill trigger, sub skill is most important. Skill level up is probably right behind it, for me personally. Helping speed is really nice, and then I think inventory up is really nice. Inventory up, you can kind of work around by just collecting more often. Inventory up just lets you go longer without having to check the game. So, yeah, this one being a PR 72, I think is actually pretty accurate. The only downside, like I said, is that we don't have any skill level ups built in, but this one's not bad. This one's not bad at all. I don't know if I would use this one over the other one, the first one. I need to compare. Let's see. What is this? Level 27. So at level 25, 2.756 times per day on average. This one might actually be better, even with a lower main skill level. If this can consistently trigger twice a day, but is, say, a level lower, one level lower than the other one, then the frequency of the main skill triggers might actually outperform the other one in terms of total output. So yeah, we definitely need to compare those two. Definitely keeping this one. Actually, one thing I need to do, no, let me go ahead and put it in the system first, because I don't want to have to change things afterwards. So if we get this to skill trigger M at level 50. Let's see how well that does instead, because that is the big question, is what does this look like if we invest in it? Whoa, way higher. Way higher. All the way up to 95 at level 50. That's super interesting. I did not expect that. And then, let's see. Level 50. 3 times a day on average. 3.153. Oh, no, sorry. I've been looking at these all wrong. Let's go back and look at this again. At level 25, best case scenario, 2.7. Ours, 1.7. I know somebody in the comments was yelling at me the whole time I was reading that. Happy that I remembered these were here, but yelling at me for looking at the wrong one. Anyway, let's correct that mistake real fast. Ours at level 25 triggers 1.7 times per day. At level 50, we're looking at, with the subskill seed investment for skill trigger M, we're looking at 2.352 times per day. So that is better than what we're getting now. I think the one we have now is 1.8. So yeah, with the investment, for sure better, but potentially for around about the same amount of investment, the other one might still end up being better. The PR 80 with 1 subskill seed if we get lucky and it goes to the skill trigger. So yeah, that might be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and just run. I'm not going to do the full calculation on this one, but with inventory up L, just hypothetically, I'd want to see what it jumps up to. Nothing. It actually does not affect it at all. It's still the same. Cool. All right. I just wanted to see how much the inventory up would actually affect it. Doesn't at all. So cool. We need to compare these two here in a bit. For now, let's move on and let's get into our meat and potatoes for everything else that's going on today. Another 542 sneaky snacking. Do we have news? No, we have a medal. What did we get a medal for? Number of fire types studied, 140 for 20 diamonds. Very good. And 343 out of 521 total sleep style studied. So when they do release the new sleep style goals, we will have the first one done. Another 50, we need to go to 390 if it stays with the same gap of 50 sleep styles in between rewards. So we got a long way to go for that one, but we're getting there slowly but surely. Not too bad. All right. Oh, backed out too soon. Let's go to the research community. Let's grab those community reports. 42. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 that doubled up, 4 of them being Inte. Very good. Very nice. And how many mains did we get? Only 18. All of them were level 5s though. So there we go. No level ups today. And let's see. What else can we get up to? Let's see. I don't want to click on Flareon yet. I'm pretty sure I already have 2 boosts on breakfast, so I don't need another one. I'd rather save it for lunch. We did get a skill trigger on Dragonair for the Herb Dragonair, so that's really good. Skill trigger on Typhlosion is always nice. An extra 4,900 strength. We're getting to the point where the the extra strength from Typhlosion is very minuscule in terms of what we need to achieve the next rank, but it's always helpful. It all adds up. When Typhlosion provides an extra 25,000 strength per day from its skill trigger alone, it all adds up and it's super nice. You, however, you let me down yesterday. Almost. I didn't get a skill trigger from Inte at all until right before bed, literally at like 1 in the morning. So probably, yep, did not get one today. I had a feeling that was going to be the case when I got it last night right before I went to bed. But all right, let's get cooking. Let's make our Inferno Corn Keema Curry, which is now at the maximum level of 55. So we can get a better idea. Yeah, we've got a whole lot of ingredients we need to use. I need to slow down on collecting Flareon skill triggers because using all these ingredients, I'm running out of stuff. I almost didn't have enough spare ingredients to fill out this pot. So I need to chill out just a little bit. All right. Level bonus 171%. Extra tasty did not happen. 66,024. Can't gain anything else because we are at the maximum level. And I believe the first dish that I not believe. This is the first dish that I have gotten to level 55. So we're making progress. It's hard when you're a free player, but we are making progress. But that's not going to be enough to put us at Master 16, which I didn't suspect that it would. Let's see. Of course, we had a skill trigger on Flareon. This thing is a skill trigger beast. No ingredients, all berries. That is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping for some extra filler stuff, but it is what it is. All right, let's go grab our missions. Cook 12 times for another 50 mains. There we go. Well done. And give Snorlax a bunch of berries for another 1,400 dream shards. Okay. Now, let's go compare these two Entei and see what we've got. Pokemon box. Roll all the way down. Cyndaquil, you're still there? I didn't transfer any of you. Uh-oh. Both level 27. So this is the new Entei. All right, cool. And this is the old one. It does have skill level up. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull up a production comparison so we can take a look at this properly. Scroll down. Where are you at, Entei? There you are. They both have the same ingredients too. That's funny. Okay. So, first Entei on the left is the one we caught, the first one we caught, and then the one on the right will be the new one. Let's expand all. You actually gained a level while I wasn't looking. Okay, so if we put no investment in them at all, oh, it's only 1.5, not 1.8. I guess I saw the 1.58 and thought it was 1.8. Okay, so the first one, 1.58 on average per day. The second one, 1.71 on average per day. So the speed of help down from the calm nature is not actually hurting it too much. It would be better if we had, if we didn't have that speed of help down, but it's actually not hurting too badly. There is a small difference in strength. A little over 500 strength gained from both berries and ingredients. So that's not that big a deal, honestly. The amount of strength that we're going to gain from the skill trigger is going to be significantly higher. Here's the question. Why? Ooh. Let's see. Why is that there? So why does this say 6 and why does that say 4? Is it simply because of one of them has level 2 times 3? Huh. Okay, so let's see. If I'm correct in my line of reasoning, 6 would be the normal skill level 2, which is times 3. And we currently have... No, that's not the right idea either. I'm not sure why it's saying 6. Because we don't have 4 fire Pokemon on the current team. I thought maybe... Oh, wait, hold on. I bet you I know. We do have 4 fire types on this team. So maybe that's what it's doing. It's assuming that we have the 4 fire types that are on our team in team analysis on the team right now. So we would get +6. No, we wouldn't. No, we would only get +5. Or... No, I'm not sure what that is. If you know what that is, let me know, because I am kind of at a loss for why this says 6 here, 6 helper boost, and 4 helper boost. And then when I click on it, it takes me to this screen. There may be something in all these numbers that tells me why, but I don't want to sit here staring at numbers for 5 minutes while I figure that out. If you know what this is, let me know, because that one's kind of messing with me. I understand what all the rest of the numbers are, but not this 4 and this 6 here. Anyway, so we want to compare them later on at level 50. And let's see how we're looking with no investment. Actually a pretty significant boost for the new Entei because it gets skill trigger. So that does make sense. It puts it at 2.07 times per day on average, and then 1.65 times per day for the first one. If we were to invest any seeds at all, wait a minute, there's no way that's correct. I guess I saved this one in the wrong way. Yeah, skill trigger S. I saved this one as if I put all of the seeds into it already, which I definitely did not. So let's actually fix this. Maybe that's why my numbers were getting thrown off, because it thought that it was main skill level 3 base, and it's actually only level 2. That did change it. So that may be what it is. It's showing me, maybe it's showing me how much the multiplier would be for the main skill. Anyway, and I'm assuming this percentage is how much extra strength I would get from the expected number of skill triggers per day. And since this one is 2, it's actually a significantly higher boost in strength gain percentage. It's my assumption, but this whole bar right here, I have not read any information on. Anyway, the main thing that I want to know is how many times can I expect it to trigger per day? Currently, with no investment on either of them, the new one wins at level 50. Let's go back to level 27, since now I've got the proper sub-skill levels. Currently, without any investment at all, it's still about the same, which does make sense. Does it? No, it actually doesn't make sense. 1.58? The old one. Oh, it's skill level up, not skill trigger. That's why. So yes, that does make sense. Still 1.58 for the first one, 1.71 for the new one. So we don't need to worry about that. Hypothetically, let's go all the way to level 100. Level 100, they're almost exactly the same. Interesting. Very interesting. So they're almost exactly the same, but one of them just has a better time along the way. And then let's just max out everything and see what we're looking like for both of them with max sub skills. Max. Boom. Boom. With max sub skills, the first one technically wins. Interesting. Let's drop them back to 50 and see if that's still the case now that we've got max sub skills. Oh, okay. So the first one doesn't take over until level 75, it looks like, when we get the helping speed. Or it may even be level 100 when we get that skill trigger. Yeah. Second one still wins. And then at level 100, my phone is telling me that I've been here too long looking at this screen. At level 100, the first one does take over just a little bit, but I don't know if that's enough of a difference to make it to where it's not worth investing in the second one, because the second one has a better production over time. And with such a minuscule difference, it may still be better to go with the second one that just has more triggers over time, because it's not like we can just jump to level 100 immediately. We're going to have to play the long game, and the second one has a better time during that long game. So yeah, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to leave the first Entei on the team for now, since it does have the skill level up. and then we'll see what happens the rest of the week and make a decision from there. Because even though this one has a better, the second one has a better time over time, could still catch a better one, which I'm kind of hoping we do. But we're really just gonna have to wait and see how things go and try to figure that out. For now, we've got 796 mains, which is enough to buy another incense and try to catch another one, which I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the incense because one way or another, I'm gonna have an extra incense. Whether I use it or whether I hold on to it for the long term, like I did with Raiko, not sure. But yeah, just gonna kind of have to see how things go. That's kind of gonna be the plan. And yeah, I've kept you all here for quite a while looking at this production comparison. So let's go ahead and get some lunch in here. Hopefully we have enough extra ingredients for this. No, I do not. I would have to use some of our valuable resources. So cannot do a lunch. Sorry about that. I'm going to get lunch once we actually have a decent amount of ingredients to do so. But for now, yeah, that's it's going to be it for me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about which of these two Entei would you invest in. Let me go ahead and pull it back up so you can see it again. Which of these two would you invest in for the long term? Which one would you get rid of? You know, just let me know your thoughts in general about these two. I'm kind of curious to get some different perspectives on it and see if maybe there's something that I'm missing when I'm looking at these two. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. Y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on the final day of the second week of the Entei research event. And we're going to start off pretty strong with 12,303 sneaky snacking and 10 extra honey to go along with it, which is good. We're going to need it for that meal we're going to make here in just a little bit. 100 sleep points gives us 8,315 total. And for our daily lottery, we are going to pick up, let's see, what are we going to get? A small ingredient ticket. Very nice. We might also need to use that soon. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. I am hoping that we get a natural spawning Entei. I did not use an Entei incense last night. I wanted to save it, particularly because there were a few comments, one in particular, I forget who it was, that mentioned that you don't need to be Master 19 to get the 3-star Entei if you use an incense. All you need is the amount of drowsy power required to unlock it. And since we're going to get a 1.5 times drowsy power boost from the Entei research event, specifically for tonight's research, if you have enough, it may be worth using that Entei incense to try to get that 3-star sleep style. I don't know that I would be like, yes, you absolutely have to do it. But if you do want that 3-star style, that's probably going to be the easiest way to get it, because getting to Master 19 takes a lot of work. So I'm sure most of us are not going to be able to get to Master 19. But we did get 5% dozing, 62% snoozing, and 33% slumbering, which is looking good for the snoozing type. Perfect. So that we get more fire types, which is fantastic. Okay, now let's see how this goes. Should have a pretty decent, I don't even know what my current strength is at. Was this 150, almost 153 million? Very, very short of that 153. 3 1-stars, 3 2-stars. So decent chance that we got a 1-star Entei, but definitely not the 2-star. Ooh, that's something we don't see very often. That little Absol down there. I think that's only the second time I've seen one. All right, so let's see. We've got Growlithe, Cyndaquil, Slowpoke, Jigglypuff, Vulpix again, another Growlithe, and an Absol. That does mean that there is a new sleep style around here somewhere. All right, the game didn't crash, so that's good. So what new sleep style did we get? Oh, that's different. Acrobatic Flight Sleep. Interesting. Upside down Togekiss. All right. And let's see. We still need the 2-star Togekiss. So not quite done with it yet. But all right. Okay, now it depends on who's hungry. Absol is hungry. Growlithe is hungry. Don't need a Growlithe though. Okay, let me look. Has the Vulpix been fed? No, it hasn't. I feel like we have to go for the Absol. Okay, so maybe this isn't the second time. I may have seen it 3 times then, because I have caught one, and then I guess I saw another one at some point along the way. We definitely need to try to catch this. It's super rare. I want it. We do have Blastoise for Coco, but it would not hurt to have an Absol to help out. And it's only going to take 2 biscuits to take it home. We just have to hope it doesn't get full, because that would be the worst. Come on. Don't get full. Good. Perfect. And we cleared a mission. Even better. We're going to clear a couple of missions today. Okay, cool. So we got the Absol. Interesting that showed up. Very happy about that. Growlithe was the only other hungry Pokemon. Vulpix. This is the last day of the Entei research event, and that's really the only time that Vulpix is going to be super helpful. If we go back to Taupe Hollow, we already have other fire types that will be more beneficial than a Vulpix that I would have to invest in. So I'm not super worried about catching one right now. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and go, and I'll just catch one later. It's kind of the same with Cyndaquil. I would like a better one, but just in no rush to catch one now. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna take the Absol and head on back to camp. And let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. Definitely gonna send out the Absol candy this time around. I was almost gonna send out Vulpix, but Absol is so rare that I think it's better to send out Absol candy. And then we did pick up 60 more mains. Not as much as I would have liked, but still pretty decent. 5,797 research XP converted to Dream Shards with 10,160 Dream Shards. So just about 16,000 more Dream Shards. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. This is only the second one I've caught. Level 24 and Quiet. Ooh, Quiet. Ooh. For some reason, I feel like Quiet's a bad thing. Hey, Coco apples. That's pretty good. I actually don't hate that. I kind of like that. That might be really good for desserts. It's gonna be a while because we got to get to level 60. But I do not dislike that. All right, let's see. What are we looking at for sub skills? Skill level up S. That's not bad. Skill trigger S. Also not bad. Helping speed. That's good. Sleep XP bonus. Come on, ingredient finder. Nope. Inventory up S. It's okay. Ingredient finding. Ooh, Quiet is not bad. Quiet's actually pretty good. Ingredient finding up. XP gains down. The XP gains down is not super desirable, but it's not bad. This is an ingredient specialist, so that's going to be very helpful. Let's see. This is definitely turning out better than my other Absol, because I think that one was only like 20 something PR. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've even looked at it. But this is not looking bad. This is looking like it's actually going to be pretty good. I'm definitely going to keep it. Yeah, definitely going to keep it. And we're already at 24, so that's even better. Let's see what it turns out to be with the grand total PR. A 0% probability of finding a better one with XP gains down. I mean, maybe. What are the other possibilities? Rash? Yeah. Honestly, Quiet might be the best nature for a ingredient Pokemon. It sucks because it does make it harder to raise them, but a lot of times you do want to activate their main skill. Oh, big dip at level 75. Sleep XP bonus gave us that big of a dip. That's rough. A lot of times you do want them to activate their sub skill, so I guess Quiet might actually be the best one. Ooh, man, got brought down really bad. Really, inventory up S is that low at level 100 on an ingredient specialist? A single stage ingredient specialist at that? Like, I thought the inventory up would be very helpful for a single stage Pokemon that's an ingredient specialist, but maybe it just comes in too late. And by level 100, there are just a bunch of other things that would be better. I don't know. Anyway, a very nice PR 69, not bad at all. Again, definitely keeping this one. Probably going to invest in it eventually, but for now, we're just going to hold on to it and just be happy with what we got, because it's actually a pretty good Absol. I'm happy with that one. I like the ingredient spread on it. The sub skills aren't the best, but they're definitely usable. All right, let's see what else we've got. We did get another medal. No new news, but we do have another medal. 240 fairy types. Jeez, that's a lot. For 20 more diamonds? Yes, please. And then for our community reports, let's see how things are looking. We have 46. Very nice, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 that doubled up, and I think 6 of them were Entei, so very good. Very good. With 17 mains, which means somebody was not level 5. There we go. There's one. Most level 5. One of them was not. Only 17 mains from community reports. It still feels like the amount of mains that we're getting from community reports is severely nerfed, but I don't know if there's any data to back that up or if that's just the way it feels. But let's go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes. We need to definitely get a skill trigger, even though we don't need a skill trigger technically because it's Sunday, so our pot space is increased. But I do want to have a big boy breakfast. Let's collect all of that. We're gonna need them. Let's collect all of these. Let's go ahead and collect some more Dragonite candy. Dragonite? No, Dratini candy. Some more corn. And are we gonna get a skill trigger? No dice. No dice. That is not very nice. All right, but we can still make the Inferno Corn Keema Curry with 141 ingredients. Okay, so here's where we can be really fun and cheeky. We can throw in a bunch of these herbs because we don't need that much anymore. We can do, let's see. We need 27 each, which means I need 54 left over, which means I can use I can go up to 88 herbs. And that should leave me everything that I need for the rest of the day, because herbs are actually pretty good ingredient filler. Let's do 88. Still leaves me with 3 ingredients. With what I'm about to do, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this cocoa. Also good ingredient filler. And yeah, we're gonna be in a pretty good spot. Probably could have just done 3 more herbs and been fine, but it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. 31,000, no extra tasty. That kind of sucks. 72,772 though. Unfortunately, we are max level, which means it's all wasted gains, but not wasted on Snorlax. That would have gone extra tasty. That would have been super nice. Super nice. That's not going to put us to Master 17, but it does put us just shy of halfway. How far do I need to get to Master 17? 1.795. Got a ways to go. Outside of an extra tasty today, definitely not making it. I could save my ingredients and get a head start on next week. Hey, there's more herbs right there. I should have just used them. Anyway, I could save my ingredients for next week, but I kind of want to just go out with a bang. So I think I'm just gonna push and see what we get. We are gonna get 15 diamonds for going to bed on time. We're gonna get 3 more small handy candies for giving out 15 biscuits, and then need to go use some candies. I really don't know what to use them on. It's kind of weird. I guess we can go ahead and start swapping around this team because we're no longer doing Inte prep. Got some things that I do want to collect and get stocked up just to kind of have an array of it. Nope, not you. A nice array of ingredients. We don't need you. The only problem is we don't have a good corn guy. We need a good corn guy. Unfortunately, the best one is this one, funny enough. We don't need Flareon on the team. This covers sausage, milk and cocoa, corn, some more herbs. What else do I want? What else would be beneficial to have? Depends on what we get next week. If we get salad, what do we need? Oil? Yeah, probably oil would be good. I don't know if I even want Inte on the team right now. To be honest, if I'm just going for ingredients, I don't think Inte is going to help too much. I mean, it will give me an extra roll, but with only 1 fire type on the team, 2 technically, it's only going to be like well, it'd be ×5. That might work out. You know what? Yeah, we'll leave Inte on the team for now. Let's get some oil going. Inte does bring in a decent amount of oil too, so I think in conjunction with our old pal Toxicroak, get a decent amount of oil going. Let's go ahead and swap this team in. Let's get them up and running. And we need to use 262 candies. And I'm thinking with the event that we know we're going to get eventually, Suicune is going to happen. I think that maybe this is the one we invest in, because that'd be super helpful. When the Inte event rolls around, we might as well do it now. Jeez. No. Hold on. Cancel. I need to double check. Okay, yeah. It's not actually going to use as many dream shards as I thought. I thought we were about to use... I keep forgetting that it shows you what you have left. I thought we were about to use 223,000 dream shards for this level up, but we're not. We're only going to use about 43,000-ish, 43.5, somewhere around there. So that's not that bad. And ultimately, this Blastoise is going to continue to do very well for us. It's already done very well for us. I use it all the time, especially on dessert weeks. So I don't think this is a bad investment. We'll use it whenever the Suicune event rolls around. It's very, 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 very good. Yeah, there's nothing else for me to really put into it at this point other than getting it to level 50, but that would just be a use of resources that we don't need to do for any particular purpose other than because I want to. So I think we're just going to leave it as is. And then if it's not level 50 by the time the Suicune event rolls around, then we'll get it to level 50. But I don't think it's super necessary to do right now. We're only using the candies just to get the extra mains and the extra diamonds. Oh, wrong one. So, yeah, that's really the only reason to use the mains. Or not the mains, the candies, and invest in that Blastoise at this point is for the mains. We have 763 of them. I believe I already have... Yes, I already have an Inte Incense, so I can't buy another one. One thing I do want to check. Let's see. So for the Entei incense to get the 3-star sleep like I was talking about earlier, it's 262,428,000 drowsy power to get or to even have the potential of the 3-star. So let's see. Let's double check. The exchange does last until Thursday, so that's good to know. So we don't have to spend our mains right now. Right now, we have until Thursday. I do want to see. Just want to double check. Yes. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I saw 1.5 and I thought that's what I was looking for, but that was not what I was looking for. On the second Sunday of the event, June 2nd, which is today, drowsy power will be multiplied by 1.5. So that means that currently by 1.5, I don't even have enough. Cool. I do not have enough. Even if I used an Entei incense, there is no guarantee. Like, I wouldn't even have enough to get the 3-star currently. So let's see. We need 262,428,000 or 262,428,000, which means, let's see. What is oh, how do we do math? It's way too early to do math. What do we need? How do we figure out the number we need to make that work? Is it dividing it by or multiplying it by 0.67? Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Let's figure it out. We're going to figure it out together, live and in person. So if we have 107, whoa, no, go back. Go back. I accidentally hit the wrong button. This is the number I want. Give me the number. I don't know how to operate a calculator. Anyway, 175,826,760. Multiply that by 1.5. I am so angry right now. This calculator hates me. Okay, multiply by 1.5. 263,740,140. Okay, so it's not exactly right, but it's close enough. It will give you enough for the 3-star. So you need at least 175 million drowsy power before the 1.5 times multiplier, which means your strength, if you get a 100 sleep score, your strength needs to be the number that we see up here at the top needs to be 1,758,000. Or no, 1,750,000 at least. 175,000. Let's make sure this math works out correct before I say for sure. Yes, that will give you just enough. If you have at least 1,750,000 strength and you get a 100 sleep score, you will have 262,500,000, which is just enough to get the 3-star sleep unlocked. If you want to go that route and use the incense to try to get that 3-star Entei. I think for me personally, like getting the 3-star Entei is nice for the sleep decks, but ultimately, I don't know if I would go for it just to get that 3-star, because eventually you will get that 3-star. So maybe it's better to hold on to your Entei incense and use it down the road when you have a much higher rank. But it's entirely up to you. Now is going to be the easier time to get it, I would think. But if you're patient, you can get a much higher rank on your own if you're patient and wait a while. But you just don't really know how long that's going to be. And if you want that sleep style, that's a potential way to get it, to use that Entei incense tonight if you have at least 1,750,000 strength. Me, I may not have that. I think with the team that I've got now building ingredients, it's all going to be based on what happens with my meals. So if I get an extra tasty, then I might get it. If not, probably won't have enough strength. That said, today is going to be an interesting day. Part of me wants to use one more Entei incense just to try to get a better one. But I don't know, man. I really don't know on what to do with this Entei hunt. I kind of want to try to get one more for a shiny as well, but I don't know if I want to spend the mains and these precious resources, because mains don't seem to be very prevalent this time around. So I don't know if I really want to do that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I do know that I want that main skill seed, so if I buy that, that only leaves me with 413 mains left. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that, because then yeah, I don't know. This Entei event, the event is nice, but it just has not been very lucrative for me. I found an okay Entei. Not as good as the Raikou that I found, but I guess I should just be happy that I at least have one good legendary beast. Can't always get a good one of all of them, I suppose. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, before I ramble on any longer, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. That is gonna be all from me today. I'm gonna try to maximize my strength and see what happens. May or may not use that Entei incense, haven't decided yet, but that's kind of where we're at. So wrap it up there. That's all I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed my content and you want to see more. I do have more Pokemon content coming along the way. I'm currently recording some other stuff that I have planned for when we do hit the 1,000 subscribers. I do have a special treat that I'm working on for that. So if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers and see what that special treat is, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. And that said, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.